Hi, today we're going to talk about chargers. And why are chargers important? Well, most brands actually focus primarily on discharge. So how quickly does your battery discharge? What is the quality of the cells? How much power and energy does your motor take? How fast are you using the throttle? What's your pedal assist rate, etc., etc. to discharge your battery. And there's a lot of calculations on discharge, particularly for your range. But half the time is you're actually charging this battery. So it's really important, your battery management system and all that on the discharge. But what about the charging? Half the time you've got to focus on that too. So here at the electric bike company, we really took a look at the charger. And we said, okay, what is the average and what can we do to go way better than the average? So here I have an example. This is an average charger. If you look at all the other bike brands, they'll have a plastic case, they'll have a charging light, they'll have an output wire, and they'll have the input. Not bad, pretty decent, and typically it's rated around 2 amps, 1.5 to 2 amps. So ask your brand, what is my charger, and they will typically say it's a 1.5 to 2 amp charger. Now what does that actually mean? Well, it's a quick calculation. You take your amp hours of your battery and you divide it by how many amps your charger is. So let's say the typical average is 10 amp hours, divided by, let's say 2 or 1.5. So it's between sort of, if it's divided by 2, it's 5 hours to charge, 1.5. So 5 to 6 hours to charge with this charger. But also you want to know, is it doing a good job charging? Is it overheating my battery? Is it charging the cells balanced? So have a look again at the charger. So as you can see here, plastic, no smart charging, just really average. What we did is we brought our charger to the market. And this is our standard charger. It's our Super Charger. It comes with all our bikes that have external chargers, plus we sell it for the C and the S. And why is it so much better? Not only, of course, it's bigger, but why is it better? The first reason is it's made from an aluminum case compared to a plastic case. And aluminum is far better at dissipating heat. And dissipating heat protects everything, all the electrical components inside the charger. And leading to a lot safer charging, a lot more efficient charging, and longevity. The other main difference is on this one here. You'll notice we have a fan. So the fan will cool down the interior part of the charger, and that again is going to last you. It's going to allow for longevity and long-lasting and safety of your charger. There's no fan on the industry average. The other important part when we talk about safety is the input plug. We have a fuse, so that over there is a little fuse, and on the output we have a little fuse. So if too much current is coming into the charger before it fries the charger or potentially fries your battery, the fuse will pop, protecting your equipment. Also, if there's something that goes wrong on the inside, it won't send out the incorrect, too powerful current into your battery, and then this fuse will then pop. The other important part of our charging was, you'll notice on the industry average, it's a 1-pin plug. So you say, well, that seems fine. The problem is it's easy to move around. You get your positive and your negative touching different parts, and it can cause a spark and overheating. So what we have for the electric bike company is we have a 3-prong plug. And of course that gets far better connection, far better control of your charging, and just overall a far safer plug. So the last thing I wanted to talk about is, of course, the last two things, is that's rated at a 3.5 to 4 amp output, and it's closer to the 4 amp basically. So again, if you have the industry average of 10 amp hour battery, divide it there, you can see it's between 2.5 and 3 hours to charge. So almost twice as more efficient than the industry average. So we didn't only want to improve our charges by 10% or 20%, we improved it by basically 100% for the time it takes to charge. But also, the quality of the charge is far superior. And we also have another little trick up our sleeve here, and that's called, we got a smart charger. So people ask, well, why is it smart? What makes it smart? Well, not only are all the components and all the electrical parts inside there far higher quality, but it also has a CCCV charging method, which basically that stands for constant current and constant voltage. So to give you an example of how does that work? Well, it's like taking test tubes, and these are your cells, taking a whole bunch of test tubes and filling them up. So initially it's quite easy without spilling. So you take a bucket of water and you fill up these test tubes. You can fill them up in the beginning really quickly, and it fill up right till about 90% or 85, 90%. That's constant current. You can just constantly just fill them up. But when you get to the top, the technology inside the charger says slow down, and now we use constant voltage. So we slow down the current, but we still keep the voltage going. We slow it down, so when we pour in the water in there, we slow it way down, and we can top it up just perfectly. We can top it up without spilling. And that's really important in the longevity and the health of your battery. So when you buy our bikes, we don't only have the most efficient bikes, but we also have we feel in the industry by far the most efficient charger. And that comes standard with all your purchases at the electric bike company. And the C and the S, that's our external supercharger. Hope that helps, and we'll see you next time.